We are doing a series on Kylie and Mason, and we had somebody post a comment, and this is in response to the comment. You're gonna wanna watch this. Rolling?
Rolling.
All right, so excuse the mess, but this is a great opportunity because we had somebody post a comment, and we understand where this comment's coming from and the point of this comment, but this is a very important conversation to have because people think this way. Again, we're discussing how traditional trainers, their belief systems, cause limitations in their ability to process and think. This is not a making fun of anybody. The point of these videos is to help people step outside what they have been conditioned to believe. So this video and this comment, it says, so if the whole point is just touch and movement, why do you need to double box with an e-collar? The same person also laughed at the video, so it helps us to understand where this comes from more. So all right, so I got a question for you, okay?
Okay.
This is my dad, by the way, and I'm interrupting my dad. We have tools here. This is our facility that we're putting inside the house. We have a little pole barn. So office is gonna be up here. He's actually running electrical work for me. So it's not like we just ran out here and staged this. I just came out here and was like, hey, I need you to stop working and you're gonna help me make a video. So welcome to the video. All right, so what am I doing to you?
Touching.
Did I tell you what to say?
No.
Okay, look at the camera. And just because it's my dad, did I tell you what to say at all?
No.
Okay, now wait a minute. What am I doing now?
Touching.
Okay,
With your whole hand.
Okay, so this was what?
A finger, just a light touch.
Okay, now this is what?
A heavier touch.
Why is it heavier?
Because you're using more of your hand.
So I'm covering more area.
Right.
Okay, so if I cover more area, it allows me to connect with you on what type of level?
A higher level, more.
Okay, so because I cover more area, it makes it so if I go like this, in order to connect on the same level, what would I have to do?
You'd have to use more fingers, more hands.
Or I would have to increase what?
Just the amount of pressure.
So in order to get the same response, I would have to take the finger and push how much harder?
Considerable harder.
Okay, so now, and you don't have to stare at the camera the whole time, you're fine. Okay,
You told me to
so,
look at the camera.
I know, I told you, you did good. So we trained him real well, right? Touch. Okay, so now this is the other part too. Okay, so when I touch you, is this good or bad?
It's good.
Why is it good? You like when I touch you?
No, I can feel it. I mean, if you need me, you touch me.
So this is the other thing too. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into making points, okay? So the part that causes confusion in this is because it's an electronic collar, and everybody always says an electronic collar, whenever you're using the electric stimulation, it has to be associated with negative reinforcement or what they call positive punishment. People also reference a lot that the dog doesn't know how to turn off pressure. They also assume that pressure is something negative. I know a lot of people that train dogs for a living and they can't even tell you what the definition of pressure is. And I'll post it on here so people. All right, and here we have it. Definition of pressure: continuous physical force exerted on or against an object by something in contact with it, the slight extra pressure he applied to her hand. So therefore, we can even use a form of pressure as a sign of respect when I give a firm handshake to somebody I just met. We can also use it as a sign of affection, which means that when I give my wife a hug, I don't give her a very light hug. I give her a very firm, solid hug, letting her know how much I love her. The same thing is being applied to the dog whenever you rub their belly or you pat them on the head or whatever you're doing when you're wrestling with them. People tend to take this definition and turn it into a negative in the dog training world because people only associate pressure as something negative. Now, when we go down to number 2, the use of persuasion, influence, or intimidation to make someone do something. Persuasion is not a bad thing. We can also persuade people to open their mind and see things from a different perspective. We can actually persuade somebody to do better in their life. We can influence people by being a good light for them inside of their life, by doing good around them and helping them stay off of negative paths. The intimidation, yeah, I'll agree that can be a negative, but when you look at this entire definition, there's only one little portion in here that's actually something I would consider to be negative, and that would be the intimidation factor. When we go down to the verb, we have attempt to persuade or coerce someone into doing something. Sometimes people need motivation, sometimes people need assistance. It doesn't mean that it's negative to do this, but in dog training world, everybody wants to teach the dog how to shut pressure off. Well, why would we want to shut something off that's good? That's the big point we're making here. People understand that. So the point that we're making is, in this scenario, I am using my hands, the same reference that the individual who made the comment is making in the video. Okay, so if you're using your hands as touch, why do you need the double box? Who said I only use my hands as a form of touch? No one said that, okay? All right, hold on. Close your eyes. What am I doing?
Touching me.
Does it feel weird or different?
A little different, yes, but it's still a touch.
What am I touching you with?
I don't know. Your hand or rubber, I don't know.
Something.
Something.
Okay, so is it possible for me to touch him with my microphone DJI box? 100%. Okay, now hold on. I gotta make sure that this is true and accurate and very clear. Keep your eyes closed. That way you don't know. Okay, now what am I doing?
Touching me.
What am I touching you with?
I don't know, something light.
Okay, but wait a minute. I thought you could only touch people with your hands. I didn't know it was possible to touch with other objects. Okay, so now watch. Okay, let's see what happens here. What am I doing now?
Touching me.
But what am I touching you with?
I don't know.
So wait a minute. I can touch you with many things.
Yeah.
All right, so the reason why I'm touching him with multiple things and I have him with his eyes closed is because we're just demonstrating that he doesn't need to see what the object is to understand that he's being touched. Now, different sensations will tell him different things. So we show this in our classes too. I put collars on dogs that have never worn a collar before, and I put it on vibrate, and I press the button on vibrate, and dogs will respond like, kind of like, whoa, what was that? We all know that vibration does not cause pain. There is no association to the dog of vibration. So when the dog feels something on him moving, confusion kicks in. It's our job to clarify the confusion. Then we also go to the electric stimulation and we show the same thing. So we show the dog's initial reaction to both sensations is identical. And then we also have the students reach down and touch their dog. Well, the dog can see them touching them. They're used to being touched by their owners. So the association of the dog touching them in that situation is very comfortable, not because it's good or bad. It's because the dog is very familiar with it. So again, we're recapping on, it doesn't matter what you touch somebody or a dog with. It's the association. That's what we're about to get into now.
Yes.
Okay. Would you agree with this? Okay, so now I'm going to deliver a message with the touch. Okay, ready?
Okay.
I want to let you know that I'm very thankful that you came out today to help me install this stuff because I procrastinated and the builder guy's coming tomorrow. So thank you for taking your weekend to help me out. Okay, so what message was delivered with this touch?
They're thanking me. A good message.
Okay, so now I'm going to use the same exact touch. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm really disappointed that it's, what time is it right now, Bree? What's that? Close to 1 o'clock. I'm really disappointed that you've been here since 10 a.m. and it's 1 o'clock now and you're not finished. I would appreciate it if you would speed this up and get this done because it's an inconvenience to my life. So what message was associated with that?
That you wanted me to hurry up and get done.
Okay, so now this is the most important part. Which message was a better message for you? What would you say?
The better message was the first one, but
Why did you like the first one better than the second one?
because you were being nicer.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so the point is, in this video, it's not the touch that dictates the touch. You can open your eyes now too. Okay. Sorry. He follows directions so well.
You told me.
All right, so it's not the point of the touch, okay, right?
Right.
It's the association of the touch and what the message is tied to the touch.
Correct.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what I touch you with.
No.
It's what I'm relaying to you while I'm touching you.
Correct.
Okay, so if every time I touched you, I was touching you to let you know that I was unhappy with what you were doing, what would your mind start to process when I touch you?
Then everything was negative.
Okay, if every time I touched you, I was asking you to do something else or giving you information that's helpful to what it is I need you to do, what would you start thinking then when I touched you?
Then everything was positive.
Or just what? It don't even have to
It's
be
just
positive.
information.
It's just information.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too, is people always think, oh, okay, he uses the collar in a positive way. No, because there's gonna be times where I ask the dog to do something it doesn't want to do. Like in the scenario where I stopped in the video and I explained, we're getting this to happen with just movement and touch. All right, so this is super important and this is gonna give a lot of explanation and detail away. Again, so we're back to association. It's very important to associate. Now, the person who made the comment prior, again, they're like, well, if you're using your hands for touch and you're using your movement, then why do you have a double box e-collar on with the remote in your hand? All right, so I never said that I'm only touching the dog with just my hand. I never even said that I was just touching the dog with my hand. I show that I'm touching the dog with my hand, but I'm also showing a remote in my hand. So I'm building an association. I'm making a connection between the remote and my hand and me. All right, so that's why everyone's always asking, when are you pressing the button? Because we don't see negative responses and we don't see bad reactions, we don't see discomfort. Well, that itself, again, 25-minute video put out of me using, I don't just hold the remote to hold it to look pretty. I don't put 2 boxes on the dog to not use them. The reason why there's 2 boxes is 2 boxes covers more area. I get a much stronger response from the dog. Stronger not meaning painful, strong not meaning negative. Stronger means the dog can feel me. All right, so everyone talks about low-level training. I don't want to whisper. I don't want to whisper to where I cause confusion and frustration. I want to be loud enough to where the dog can hear me comfortably. Hearing is translation to feeling. This is super important, but people can't separate themselves from the dog. They can't look into the dog and look at how the dog processes. They keep doing things the way they think they should do them or what somebody told them they should do. So now, because I'm covering more area, just like you saw in the beginning of the video, I am able to touch the dog at lighter levels, not low levels, lighter levels that does not cause discomfort. I am able to start building association and connection with the dog becoming familiar with the sensation of the collar and me physically touching. So I'm showing the dog in this moment that this sensation that you're feeling is equivalent to me touching you. I also do it when I pet the dog too, because I show the dog that the collar can be a form of affection. Now I know people are gonna flip and lose their mind. Again, I am not insecure about what I do. I am not confused about what I do. I understand what I do and I look for the people who want to change what they've been doing. The reason why I'm responding to this video is because I think it's fair for me to give an explanation to what is going to be in a lot of people's minds. I don't take this personal. I am not bothered by this. It does not mess me up. I will continue smiling. I will continue producing videos. I will continue helping people, and all the people who want help and that are open-minded and non-emotional, I will be there to help them if they reach out. Everyone who's worked with me absolutely knows this. The dog did not want to leave the decoy. So it's not that I'm asking the dog to do things it wants to do, but in the same situation, I'm still just using a form of touch and movement versus the cranking the collar, choking the dog out, hitting the dog, cattle prod with the dog. So I hope that clears up the conversation. I hope that explains the purpose of it. You can use touch in many ways possible. Okay, so just because I already know this is gonna come out again, and it's a #1 question asked again too, is okay, well, if you just use touch, why don't you use vibration? Okay, well, vibration is not adjustable, and some collars are adjustable, but it's still not enough adjustment. So what I mean by that is you do a lot of physical work, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so have you ever, like, after you've done a job, have you ever been in the shower and found a cut, scratch, or bruise on you that you couldn't recall where it came from?
Yes.
How is that possible?
Just is. Sometimes things happen when your mind is distracted to other things.
Okay, so it's possible that when situations occur and your mind is consumed by something that's taking place,
Right.
that you can't feel the same thing you would be able to feel whenever your mind is not absorbed by something else.
Correct.
Okay, so doesn't that make sense then that anytime we're using a form of touch to relay information, that it needs to be an adjustable form of touch?
Correct, yes.
What would be the purpose of being able to adjust?
So that you can keep attention and that you would know what's going on.
Okay, so what do you mean? Like the same thing when people are having conversations?
Yes.
So like if the air unit kicked on and it started getting loud in here and I needed to talk to you and I was 10 feet away from you, what would I have to do with my voice?
You'd have to get louder.
So should I scream at you until you respond to me?
If you need be, but not scream, but just get louder.
It would be a little dramatic to get a
Yes.
response from you, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, what if there's a situation where like I couldn't get your attention and I didn't want to scream at you? Would moving closer to you help amplify my voice?
Yes.
All right, so we're back to association. In the video, I demonstrate if I ask the dog to come to me, he will not come to me. If I sit there and just crank on the collar, now I'm trying to use the collar for compliance. So I'm using a form of movement and association. I never said once I wasn't using the collar. I said I'm not going to stand there and crank on the collar. But unfortunately, people only hear what they want to hear, and they like to take things and twist it to whatever fits their narrative or their belief system. Again, these are closed minds. I'm encouraging you, the one who wrote the comment, to open your mind for just a minute. To ask yourself, is it possible that what I've been told isn't all there is out there? That's all I'm saying to you, and every other trainer out there that feels the same exact way. I don't hide things. I make more videos than anyone I know, unless someone else can show me. I make more unedited videos, uncut, where you can hear everything I'm saying with multiple dogs, puppies, people. I interview people. I show you 25-minute training sessions with this dog in front of our entire class. I am as transparent as it comes, and for whatever reason, people always go to the mindset of, I am being deceitful, I'm lying, it can't happen this way, all this stuff. So again, we're back to this. Instead of me sitting there and screaming at the dog with the collar, instead of me sitting there and fighting with the dog, I go over and I maintain a physical connection. I gain a physical connection with the dog in a situation where he's struggling, where he has been previously conditioned to resist anybody else and just fight the handler with other trainers. And I am building a new association, and I am conditioning a new behavior through pairing multiple touches at once, so we're not overstimulating the dog. This is very hard for people to understand, and I'm giving you the secret sauce that I keep demoing this stuff online, and everyone's like, well, what's he doing? I'm telling you right now, touch and movement. Okay, but again, everyone knows this in their career or profession. I don't care who you are. There is not a professional out there that can answer a question on Facebook and give somebody a professional skill set. There is not anybody out there that can write down on pen and paper how to be a professional in any area of any expertise. It would take time spent practicing and understanding. But for whatever reason, people always expect me to just give them the magical recipe, and my answer better be the number one answer in the world that just gives them a skill set they don't possess right now. We got to try to be fair. Not only do we have to try to be open-minded, you got to be a little more fair than what you've been being. So it would make sense that we apply movement for information.
Correct.
All right, start thinking outside the box. Again, this isn't to break all you guys. This is not to bash people. This isn't to make people feel insecure. This isn't to make fun of people. It's just that someone went into a lab and they started testing animals. And they didn't even start testing dogs. They tested animals. And you had people that don't even train dogs run experiment on animals. And they started finding out that if they applied this, this would happen. So the whole world decided to adopt a scientific mindset and said that moving forward, this is all that's allowed. This is what this has to happen. This is what this has to do. As long as you keep living under other people's rules and belief systems, you will never be able to be yourself at your full potential.